Welcome, folks. How are you doing tonight? I'm being late. It's fine. We're still here. Hey. Hey, folks. Hope you're having a good night. I have had one too many margaritas. It's weird to say that in English. Margaritas. Anyway, just came back from having dinner with some friends to Mexican restaurants, and of course, margaritas were had. A shirt, yeah. I haven't changed. This is the type of thing I would wear on a night out. But instead I came back from dinner and we're streaming. Because y'all know I like to stream late. I'm good. I'm mostly exaggerating for show, but I have had a few margaritas and they were very good. So, tonight we are working on something called the Hazelnut Man. Hazelnut. Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce that. Make me self-promote. Hey, I'm Eduardo. I do art on the internet. Welcome, folks. Really early to self-promote. I'm gonna promote my Patreon. Y'all should join. I'm doing stickers. Check out the tiers. They're slightly changed from last month. And now if you go to the third tier, you will get not only a postcard, but a random sticker every month. And I'll show this sticker sheet soon, once I have it finished, but they're cool. My hair too? My hair is regular. Didn't do anything to my hair. Okay, so the Hazelnut Man. This is a commission by the C4. I hope they're here soon. I haven't seen them in chat, but I hope they make it soon. C4 commissioned this, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the lore of the Hazelnut Man soon. Unlimited data, but you only get to use this amount before it becomes unusable. Yeah, I've had one very similar data plan in the past. I don't anymore though. Now it's regular unlimited, so that's good. One of the sides of my hair is wild and untamable. That seems like every day. Yeah, it's fine. It's a warm day, so I got my fan. Really useful for situations like this. Hope everyone is having a nice time zone. You too, Sombrero. Oh, you did some t-shirt designs, didn't you? Super cool. My hair is constantly like that. The anime protagonist hair. So I've had this always happens when my hair starts growing too long. This little part in the center falls down directly, and it does the like the Superman curl. Yeah, it's very anime protagonist for sure. Can we get you a rainbow fan? That would be good. I want one with the bi flag. That would match the bisexual lighting in this joint, wouldn't it? Cut my head right to my head with scissors in my bathroom. I need to go to the hairdresser at some point. I haven't gone since I moved, so I need to find a good one here, which is a bit annoying. Tier 3 sub.
Apparently I've been subbed for 3 months.
Thank you so much for the resub. I'm tier 3. That's incredible. Thank you so much, C4. Hey, and you're here right in time. The Anime Island boy. I love that. Also, I got some tea, just in case my voice was a little bit raspy, which it is. So perfect. It's just some tea with honey. That's perfect for raspy voices. Can you buy things off Etsy? It depends. Etsy is a bit messy in the sense that it depends, the shipping will depend on each seller. So some sellers might ship to the Canary Islands, some might not. Some stuff may be stuck in customs for a long time because the Canary Islands customs are really strange. I don't know, since I recently got here and I haven't ordered too many things, I'm still not sure how that works. So we'll see. But send me some links through Discord DMs if you found some cool fans. for me not to use this one. This was my partner's, by the way. I gifted this to my partner years ago, and now we have it here, and I just started using it myself, so that's actually kind of stealing, isn't it? Yeah, the Canary Islands are really messy customs-wise. They are in the European Union, but they're not in the European Customs Union. So it's kind of like a separate zone, commercially speaking. Yeah, it's annoying in many regards. Like, Amazon doesn't get here. You can't order things off Amazon. As weird and ubiquitous as it seems, most things, like 99% of things you order through Amazon will just tell you, no, we can't get it here. Or if you, sometimes you have Prime, they can get it there, but it takes like months. It's unusable. Amazon is essentially unusable in this island, which is nice. I am further away from the grasp of Mr. Bezos. Woke up today to find someone made an NSFW of my OC and added me to a list called Sexy Monster Girls on Twitter. I'm a minor. Oh no. What the fuck? Block that person. Hey Router, we are not gaming. We're arting. Well, we're chatting right now, but we'll be arting soon. Do you want just full PNGs of my T designs so you can just make them yourself because of the wonky shipping? I saw you sent me a link. I think it's Redbubble. I haven't tried Redbubble. But I'll give it a look. I'll see if Redbubble gets here. Otherwise, maybe yeah. I can, if you send me the PNGs, I'll tell you later. So Sombredo made some really cool designs. Actually, let me show them to you. Sombrero made a really cool t-shirt designs, and one of them is inspired in Megalomorpha, and it's very good. So let me find it. And go to the browser here. Look at this. How cool is this? So yeah, we'll see if it works. We'll see if Redbubble works. Otherwise, yeah, I can get the PNG printed myself somewhere, and I'll send you a few bucks for your design. Further away from the graph of Mr. Bezos is still streaming on Twitch. I guess I am providing Mr. Bezos with money, which is why I appreciate Prime subs, because Prime subs is literally taking money away from Mr. Bezos. If you don't know, you pay like $5 for a Prime sub, and for like Amazon Prime, somewhere around $5, right? That gives you a free Twitch sub. That free Twitch sub will still give the same amount of money to the streamer as a regular sub, which is about $2.50, which after taxes and stuff is like about $2, and it's exactly the same as getting a regular sub. So it's essentially taking money away from Mr. Bezos directly every time you use your free Twitch sub, if you have Prime, of course. So it's like giving less money to Bezos. It's nice. If you have Prime, definitely sub to someone on Twitch, because that really redirects some of that money to streamers instead of huge companies. It's nicer. I got the fancy shirt today. Yeah, I just been out for dinner, so I decided, like, let's keep it. I usually, when I'm streaming, I usually dress like very, you know, the kind of stuff I wear at home. So I just wear t-shirts, but I have some nice shirts and stuff that I wear when I'm out, and I don't usually wear those for streams. So I figured, let's do it for once. But Val, then I have to get Prime. Yeah, if you don't have Prime, then that doesn't apply. But if you do have Amazon Prime, get that Prime sub. Otherwise, higher tier subs actually give more to the streamer, if I recall correctly, than the regular subs. And otherwise, Patreon, if you want to support me and don't want to spend like 50% or so of that money on Jeff Bezos, just use Patreon and you'll get some. If you get the second or the third tier, you get some physical rewards too. So to get that Patreon, it's nice. It supports me in a great way. Like right now, Patreon can cover like rent and utilities, and that is like a huge weight off my shoulders. Cat slats, thank you so much for removing money away from Jeff Bezos's Jeff Bezos's account and giving it to me instead. Thank you though. And thanks for the follow. I have a vampire bite on my neck. You mean these two or these three? Yeah, I got a lot of how do you call these? What's their name? I forget. It's lunatis in Spanish. It's a fun name. Like Luna is the moon, so lunatis is like you know, moon-like or something like that. I love that Anna and C4 commented on the vampire bite. I never noticed that they were kind of vampire-like, but they are. Moles, yeah. Beauty marks. I still like Lunatis better. Shrews. Amazon is annoying. Yeah, take that money away from Bezos whenever you can. Sleep disorder, so headcanon is you're a vampire. And I got really, really sharp canines. I always joked that I was a vampire because of my sharp canines. And then I found out I had a sleep disorder as well. And the sun burnt me so much. Like I'm really pale generally. I'm a little bit less pale in this island because I just get exposed to the sun more. I'm closer to the equator, and it's sunny more often than what I was. But the sun really like hurts me. It hates me. Every time I get exposed to the sun, I'll get a huge sunburn. Actually, now that I'm on camera mode, it's probably going to be really hard to see just because of the lighting, but you can see the oh Nox, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome, Valdevia lore just dropped. Yeah, I'm a vampire in real life. Okay, so you might see this mark here, this suntan mark. It used to be burning. It used to be burnt a few days ago. This is my watch. So, yeah. I get burned really easily. That was just from a day out, you know? I bit a dude once, left him a scar for a year. Good. Bite people. God and bite people. That is my message for today. Maybe that one Spanish Inquisitor guy actually was a vampire and you got the remnants of the vampire genes. That is lore. That is lore right there. Deep lore. Using my money I get from working for Bezos. Do you work at Amazon? Is the piss bottle thing true? I guess there's many jobs at Amazon. I don't know if you work on that specific area. I use the wristwatch, yeah. You sneeze in bright light? Yeah, me too. That's a gene. Some people have it, some people don't. I do use a lot of sunscreen. Always like 50, how do you call it? Like the strongest one. And I got one for my face and my scar here. I got one for the body. I still get burnt. It's really hard for me not to get burned. Like this big burn you can see with the mark here, that was using a ton of sunscreen. If I didn't use sunscreen, I would probably be in the hospital right now with 3rd-degree burns. You work at Whole Foods, the grocery store, Amazon. Amazon owns a grocery store? SPF, yeah, thank you. I didn't know Amazon owned a grocery store. We don't have Whole Foods here, so probably the only American thing. Yeah, I guess you indirectly work for Mr. Bezos. If you ever see him, just slap his bald head. Like, just a good like one of those slaps that you go for like maximum sound, not to inflict pain. Anna.
Bajo Anachronis en Gifted a tier un subto H0N3-B. This is their first gift subbing the channel.
H0N3YB. Beautiful. Thank you so much for the gifted sub, Anna. And damn, that's a hype train. Thank you, y'all. We haven't even started the art, and we already have a hype train. Promise I will. Yeah, slap that, slap that bald head. I want to aggressively brush Jeff Bezos' head with a toothbrush. I wanted the hype train. Thank you, Anna. Okay, so let's get to the topic at hand. Tonight we are making a character called the Hazelnut Man. So thank you for the bits, Rose. This was commissioned by C4 here in chat, and I'll read you C4's description directly. So the Hazelnut Man is a humanoid creature with a football-sized hazelnut for a head. It wears a scruffy-looking grey suit and tie and looks incredibly stiff and is in fact attached to its body. The tips of its fingers pierce to the normal through the normal-looking human skin, revealing long, sharp pyramids of black chitin at the end of each digit. In fact, the skin is nothing more than a covering over its chitinous exoskeleton, which is incredibly tough but brittle. It has the ability to take victims through an extra-dimensional space through any wardrobe, closet, or cupboard door. When it speaks, its voice seems to be coming from a few feet behind it, even if that would be a wall. It is a manifested nightmare of a child with the power to subconsciously alter reality due to an object that a child mistook for a toy. So we're creating this character and we're putting it either in a child's bedroom or an extra-dimensional liminal space, which are both really good options. You get a purple present thing. Yeah, it's cute. So it's essentially a guy wearing a suit, kind of scraggly. Depending on how far away he is from the camera, we'll see more or less of that, you know, like exoskeleton claws coming out of the skin. If it's far away, we'll probably just see like claws coming out of the fingers. If it's closer, we might see more detail. So it'll depend on the framing we use for this image. I like both ideas of a child's bedroom and an extra-dimensional, like, liminal space, something maybe avoiding the backrooms trope, because that's been done like a million times. So trying to find some different angle of a weird liminal space. Fun fact, tomorrow morning I'm moving to my university dorm. You going to university? What you studying, Anna? Education jump scare. You have to wake up at 6:30. You got this though, you got this. And it might seem a bit scary and stuff, but it's gonna be fine. You'll meet a ton of people, you'll have fun. And I guess you might study too. That's secondary. Can you link your commission info? Yeah, sure. So I had currently closed my commission slots, but here's the link right there. I closed my commission slots, but you can DM me, ask about the kind of thing you want. If you don't mind waiting a little bit, I can open a slot for you. But since I got like 3 or so more commissions to get through, it might still be like a couple weeks till we get to it. Humanities. History major. Nice. I love that. Favorite liminal space trope is like a truck stop or any kind of weird parking lot. I like that. Hey, hype train. Hype train is complete. Thank you guys so much. Starting your second year of university in 2 weeks. Not looking forward to it. It's fine. It's fine. I went through 6 years of uni. You guys can do it too. Okay, so I like in terms of like weird spaces, architectural horror kind of things, I really like the more industrial side of it, the brutalist side. I think it's the that sort of like office space with neon lighting has been done to death. It's cool. It's really cool, but it's been done to death with the back rooms. So I really like the colder concrete version of it. That's something that would sound cool to you guys. The pool ones are cool as well, but it's been done a lot too. I feel like that's like the pool ones and the like office ones have been done so much that it's tropey at this point. Very much with you? Hell yeah. Okay, so you guys might remember, I've only shown this on streams because I've never like published this yet. It's still, it's a thing I worked on for, I think, an entire month. Also, here's the completely empty Photoshop screen. And let me self-promote, god damn it. What can I promote? I already promoted the Patreon. I guess follow me on Instagram. I have like 10% of the followers on Instagram that I have on Twitter, but it's going a little bit better. Like, some more people are following me on Instagram now compared to before. So it's another place to see my art. So there you go. You got a link. Follow me on Instagram as well if you don't follow me there. Liminal ball pit room. I like that too. Catwalks. Are familiar with Receiver 2? I've played the first one, but I never played Receiver 2. It did have some cool like liminal spaces from what I remember of the first one. Liminal Kids Funhouse, yeah. Mectal, repeating the link, are you? Thank you for promoting me. Wrong paste, that's fine. Okay, so you guys might or might not remember this because it was a few months ago, and I worked on this for essentially a whole month. It's this whole series I have prepared with about 50 images. It might sound crazy, like I've never done such a long thread, and I haven't posted it yet because I still want to figure out the story. The idea is I found this weird door. It has no handle. The initial idea was, oh, this has always been in my parents' house, and I'm just coming back to visit my parents, and I'm kind of frustrated, and I try to open it. I go at it and try to pry it open. Eventually, I do manage to pry it open, and it just leads to a weird corridor. It starts pretty normal, like pretty explainable. Like, okay, well, there's a weird corridor behind my house. It seems like some sort of service thing. It's underground. It's in the basement. Oh, it's probably like some utilities thing, but it's still a bit weird. So I decided to go and explore it, and it starts leading to like weird industrial spaces. And this is me exploring those spaces, right? This would be all in first person. And it just keeps going weirder and weirder. You keep going down and down and down, and as it goes deeper, it starts going from this more like logical industrial space into a more and more abstract like from this more industrial but huge thing, like this enormous factory over a void. Keeps going down, and it starts going into like weirder and more abstract, like concrete brutalist spaces where you don't know the utility anymore. There's like everything is built at a weird angle. Some things feel backwards. You keep going down. It's all like lit and stuff, but you stop at some point. You stop losing the utility of it. It doesn't make sense anymore. So I worked on a whole month for this, and then I never really posted it because I couldn't like wrap the story in a satisfying way. But I'm still working on it. Okay, Sombrero, have a good night. So we have so many cool, like, weird industrial spaces that keep going down and down and down. Just keeps going. There's my own foot. Thank you, Nox. But yeah, I want to make this into a first-person thread, close to those, to that one I made where my family is haunted by a ghost. So it's like explained, quote-unquote, live as I explore this space, right? And it is like the end stages. It starts getting weird. We'll start getting some glitches all around. I've done like several like glitched versions of each image. Start seeing like weird things that don't make sense. There's the ass of my dog. And eventually I disappear for a few days, and then I come back and I manage to climb back up through this like roughly carved space and leave into, well, this doesn't make sense. Leave into this, oh, I don't have the last image here, but live into some cliffs like overlooking the sunset. It's cool. +50 images. Yeah, I don't have the exact count here, but it's 106. Okay, so if you go here, it's 106 elements counting the PSDs. So definitely more than 50, because there's more than one JPEG for each PSD. So definitely, whenever it comes out, it's going to be my longest series. Thank you, Mooney. You have a dog? Not here, but it's with my parents back in Asturias. But yeah, I miss him very much. Watch a VOD of the quarry image being put together. Yeah, the quarry ones were very fun. I have two dogs back at my parents, and their names are Napoleon, it's French, and Kawa. And Napoleon is the one you saw the ass of, and Kawa is a little wiener dog. I might be able to show you. Hold on, let me go to my WhatsApp because I got some images there. Go to your parents and show us the dog. I'll be back to visit in October. But I can go real quick to the family group and get some pictures, hopefully. Let's see. Hold on, I'm wading through this really huge archive in this group. Okay, here it is. Got some pictures for y'all. Okay, so this here sleeping is Kawa, little wiener dog. She's very cute. She's 1 year old. 1.5 now. And this here is Napoleon. He's very, very hairy. And I'm gonna show you my, not really pets, but the current animals I interact with. They are a series of cats that live right outside me in the street. And every time you come out, they're kind of street cats, but all the neighbors kind of take care of them and feed them, and they have like a little place to sleep. And they just hang out in the streets and they say hi to everyone that passes by, and they're very nice and lovely, and they come like and scratch themselves on your legs. And here they are. They just kind of splayed out like really cute. Tuxedo cats love scamming humans. Is this cat lore I wasn't aware of? I've never had a cat, like myself and my family. So cat lore is something I'm not aware of. Nubbytail? Yeah, one of them has the half of their tail is cut off. Half of his tail. There's 2 tuxedo ones. One is male, one is female. And the male one has half of his tail cut off. You know, like street cat things. One of them has an ear kind of clipped too. I just got those 2 pictures because I just managed to catch them one day when they were saying hi. But I'll try to get more for y'all, because there's like 5 of them. Battle scars, yeah, main character style things. My dogs look like entities. They're very nice. They are entities. They're cryptids. The only stray cats we have spray our door and it sucks. They betray you every time. These ones are very clean, honestly. They have like a little spot kind of at the end of the street. You know, there's like a little, not really a garden even. It's, you know, just like a little spots with some like small trees and shrubs and stuff. And some of the neighbors put some boxes for them, some like just little place to sleep for them. And they probably go like piss and stuff over there, and they don't like really mess up the street a lot. They're very clean, so it's nice. They claim you as their property. They do. Napoleon looks like a distinguished gentleman with an impressive mustache. He smokes cigars and plays poker with the lads. He's honestly like the nicest dog. Let me see if I can get some more pictures of him. Because there's definitely more, but they're just kind of slow to update in my computer. Let me see if I can get some more. Gotta Photoshop your dogs into monsters? I did that long ago. With an old dog we had. Well, we also have this pet, I guess. It's our like Roomba or whatever these things are called. This one's a Conga, I guess. We put googly eyes on it and we call it Sir Arthur. Because we're not allowed pets in this apartment, so I guess that's all we can do. Anyway, shall we start working on this edit? So, the Hazelnut Man. I think first thing we should get is a background to kind of figure out what we need for the character, and then do that. So, a background. I'm kind of leaning more towards the like weird liminal space, like weird concrete liminal space. I have some pictures that I had saved up for the Ziggurat series, but I never ended up using. So that could be useful. Let me see if I can find them. I wonder where I put these. It is not time. Okay, let me see. I got the ziggurat ones. Oh yeah, that series I mentioned, I call it the ziggurats because it's just a cool name for like weird structure. And we had a ton of things we didn't end up using. Like this one I really like. It's black and white, which is why I didn't use it. But it's really cool. Let's see, what else do we have? It's a very industrial one. Doesn't really work. These rats then? Because ziggurats? No, there will be no living thing down there. What is this? Huh. This one's very abstract. I think it's just some stairs, but I turned them around, so they made less sense. Margarita's mentioned in the Twitter post. Yeah, I'm just back from having dinner in a Mexican restaurant, and they had some really good margaritas, so... Okay, let's see. Brutalist concrete. I have so many images I gathered for this. I have a small collection of like weird brutalist buildings. Some of them I've turned around in weird ways so they made less sense, which I really love. Tequila way. We are making a new friend called the Hazelnut Man. So we're finding a weird space for him to inhabit. So a few of these I've used in like some way. Like this one used to be this, so I turned it this way and then changed the right side of it to kind of be mirrored. And what we ended up with, if I can find it, because there's a lot of pictures. Where is it? There it is. Is what we did. Since the picture was taken really close to this wall, now this wall being the ground makes it feel like a really big space. Sounds like a mascot for a coffee brand. Maybe it is. Maybe all it wanted all along was to sell you some cool coffee. Dreamlag, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, let's see. A cool thing about like doing weird liminal spaces is sometimes just taking a regular space and just changing it in some way. Like inverting it like this can actually do a ton to make it feel weird. Like now there's, instead of being a ceiling that is just out of view, there's an abyss down below, and what used to be stairs and now some kind of weird ceiling, right? Don't caffeinate the monsters? Why not? Come on. The esteemed spokesman for Cryptid Cappuccino. Okay, let me real quick check out some. I had some pictures people sent me. I don't really know exactly where I put them. I should keep better track of my pictures, I guess. Oh, we do have a lot of these very backroomsy kind of pictures that we got from the sacrificial altar on the Discord. So if you guys are not on the Discord already, join it. It's a great community and there's cool resources like a channel called Sacrificial Altar where people can just upload images for others to use. Actually, I have an edit of this one, which might work very well as a background because I never ended up using it. So I edited that one here into this, which is just like a weird room where the door is backwards. I had to edit all the reflections and stuff, so it's a harder edit than it probably looks like. But just to make it like slightly off and weird. Hey Raccoon! We're doing the Hazelnut Man. Got a man with a hazelnut for a head. I guess this one doesn't really fall into the brutalist thing, but it could work quite well for a strange cursed space. These ones I did for a YouTube thing that never ended up like materializing, which is fine, but I did a few cursed rooms, which were very fun to make. Had this like strange church combining a few pictures of a prison, but like an abandoned prison. I have this one, which I think also has, I think has some textures from the same prison, but we're essentially, the original was kind of like this, you know? So we're kind of walking on the bars in this picture. Then we have this one, which I really like. Again, never ended up using it, so this could be a good opportunity to use one of these. So yeah, this one was editing a picture of, I guess a slightly derelict pet shop or something with some aquariums. So this one is a fish room. And then we got this one, which is just this empty chair that says occupied on top of it. And everything's ruined and the angles don't make sense. So yeah, never ended up using these. I swear to God, I had dreams about that exact fish rooms. C4, since you're the boss tonight, let me know if any of these strike your fancy for the Hazelnut Man, because I have no use for them anyway. So could be used to, could be a nice use for them to bring them back from the dead. The timeout chair. I think, hold on, I have the second version of this. do not sit. Similar. There's like, the message here can be changed. Somehow got put on fish Twitter? Is that a thing? Growing fear here resemble the Duke of Nuts from Adventure Time. What is that? Oh, I remember that guy. Any corridors? I guess the closest one to a corridor is this one, which is corridor-like. Let me see. I do have a ton of creepy corridors. Like, I probably have enough to make a collection. Which is strange corridors that either from stuff that people sent me or stuff I found. Let's see. Most of them are from the sacrificial altar on Discord though. Let's see. Got this one. Oh, this one's really good. And this one's from a hospital. This one also has cool vibes. Same as this, they're just two pictures with different exposures in the same corridor. This one could be cool because it has a light in the background, so we could have a very like silhouetted creature here. This one could be the opposite because you could have, you know, the creature lit from the side against the dark background. Maybe just like slightly just behind, just like sitting right here at the edge between light and dark. So only the front part is lit, but it's like coming out of the darkness, kinda. With each of these, of course, it's supposed to be like a weird, like strange liminal space. That does make a lot of sense. So I would remove these signs and like the more explicit stuff that tells you you're in a real place. What do you think, C? Okay, this one could be similar, but we don't have the light coming from the side. So I do like the, you know, how it's taken at a slight angle, kind of in a panic, which is good. So I don't know. I like these two a lot. What are betas? Or betas? Are those fishes, I assume? They can learn the names. Wow. First one with the stone walls. Which one is that? Hold on. Got so many open at this point. This one. Matching it more grimy. Yeah, this one definitely fits the grimy thing. And, you know, it's infinite. Very literally. It just goes on until there are no pixels anymore. So, it does fit the... Okay, let's go with this one then. It'll be a good use for this old thing I never really did anything with. Okay, closing on some images. I had so many of them open. Let's see. Where's this one? You just get it from the source directly and open the VSD. They were bred for fish fighting? Is that a thing? Fish fighting? Okay, so this one here, room 3. Maybe just bring the full thing in here, since that way we have a little bit more, you know, space, like wiggle room. Hungry males against each other in bed who'd live. Oh damn, that's horrible. Since it's, you know, it's this very symmetrical thing, which is like sharpens to a point. So if we really center it and make it very symmetrical, it's not that interesting. So what I did is make it just slightly askew and slightly to the side. Y'all know a lot about fishes. They make nests by blowing bubbles? That's cute. Okay, so if we pull it to the side a little bit like this, we have some nice like negative space right here. Although I would probably remove this light in the edge. Oh, if you want to see what the original image was. Let me just do a copy. This here, if I can center it a little bit, this was the original picture. Just so you get an idea of what this started as, from here to here. I just took like the concept of that space, I turned it a little bit around, so we're like kind of walking on the side of it. Then, as you can see, the sides here, the walls and the sides, I just copied the one on the left, which was the ceiling, put it on the other side as well, just mirrored it, and made it infinite. It is a jail, yeah, it's an old, like, old abandoned jail. So I finished my tea, that's sad. And yeah, we have like windows from the top. They're shining down, kind of as the only source of light. So let's remove that. What we can do if we want to make it into, you know, a more abstract space is take the color of that light and change it to something more artificial. We can do that later. Change it to something bluer so it feels like, you know, there's neon lights on the top, not necessarily natural light. If the back rooms was a state, it would be Ohio. Poor Ohio. I don't know why it's a meme, but I don't know if it's warranted. It probably is. I don't know why Ohio is a meme lately. It's probably like pure randomness, like the specificity of it that makes it funny. I don't know. It's so terrible. People want to leave the planet. Okay, so just real quick sketch here. This is the hazelnuts. Just to get like a quick idea of what this would look like. Composition wise, so don't critique my drawing. I know. Probably like pretty long limbs too. And probably a bigger hazelnut for the head. That's fine. We're just kind of doing a human figure, putting it somewhere. Because Ohio is so empty, yeah. You walk through liminal space and find a map to the exit. It's in Ohio. You decide to stay. What if the Hazelnut Man is so tall that its head is kinda bent to not touch the ceiling? Something like this. Obviously this is a very shitty sketch, but just so we get an idea. So I think our base image is going to be just finding a guy in a suit and changing its proportions, maybe making the arms longer, maybe making the posture like slightly off and weird. And that should be a good base. And a hazelnut, of course. It's a gorgeous sketch. Yeah, I'm known to do amazing sketches. This is not mine, by the way. This is by Sombrero, who made this really cool t-shirt design. Okay, let's go to let's just hop into Unsplash. Look for man in suit. It's mostly gonna be people posing, but I want one that really looks awkward. Like, well, this one's a gray suit, so I guess it does fit. And it's kind of awkward. Like this suit feels a bit too small and stuff. This is a commission. It is a commission for C4 right here in chat. So I'd like one of a guy just standing, not like doing any cool pose. This one's good as well. It's blue, but we can make any suit gray. That's not a huge problem, unless it's maybe like pitch black or something. So if the guy is posing too hard, no way, we yeet him out. Small suit works well for the it's actually a carapace attached to its body thing. Yeah. Why do guys in suits always pose the same way? It's boring. There's like a very specific guy in a suit pose. And face. I don't care about the face. It's gonna be hazelnut, you know, but... It's always the same poses. Where are my guys standing awkwardly in a suit? Come on. the more awkward, the better. Okay, we got 2. The 2 most awkward guys in suits. I mean, he's trying to do the face here, but he's just standing. Door-to-door salesman? I don't think there'll be a lot of pictures of that in Unsplash. People try to look cool on those types of sites. Which is why finding someone awkward, you'll usually find someone awkward that is trying to look cool, right? We could do a little bit of Frankenstein-ing, like I like the sleeves of this one because they feel like kind of a bit too tight and weird. But I like the pose of this one better. We should remove the phone though, but it's just so like just slightly too awkward, you know? Weird legs for sure. So I think this can be our guy. Face removed and all. High face. We'll also remove the phone in due time. What I'm definitely gonna do is something like this. What I'm definitely gonna do is puppet warp it to make the pose even like stranger, more awkward. Maybe one shoulder is above the other, kind of like this. I work from home, wear PJs most days. That is a life. I would do that, but I have to stream. Also, I just don't like being in my PJs all day. Just a personal thing. We'll probably change some stuff about the hand, because now it feels like it's holding nothing, but... Okay, let me do a puppet warp. I intend to sort clothes and get some non-PJ stuffer at home. Or I mostly like just wear a t-shirt. Need to dress up, it's good for my mental health. Same here. Ooh, I like the idea of an arm being slightly extended. And I can't edit it too much, so because then the whole thing would look kind of wobbly. It's one of the problems with puppet warping. So you gotta be careful not to make things look too wobbly. Gotta really fine tune it. Especially, you know, with clothes and stuff, because the tie should feel like it's falling down, not like doing a strange angle, you know? change out of my work sweats into my relaxation sweats. As long as to you it feels, you know, like it's your work clothes and your comfy clothes, that's the important thing. Let me go a bit closer, fine-tune some things. Thankfully, I don't care about the neck at all. There's going to be a huge hazelnut there. Then I'm going to go here to hue saturation. I'm going to find the blues. I'm going to turn them into grays. Because it's meant to be a gray suit. Maybe a light gray. I don't know about the tie. Maybe we could give the tie some color. I don't know if you've given that any thought, C4, like specific tie color. We can try some things. Now let's find a hazelnut, shall we? Oof, this guy jump scared me. Hazelnut, please. Okay. An unpeeled one, I think. Yeah, comfy pants are a must. I exclusively wear shorts here. It's always shorts weather. I like this one with a slightly like off-colored top. Googly eyes. Absolutely. Let me pull up the googly eyes on stream. Like on the screen. You won't see them right now, but they'll pop up when we leave the browser view. A single googly eye? Yeah, that would be good. Okay, I like this one specifically. Although the lighting might not be the best. We'll see. Let's try other sites. Let's try Pixabay. Also has some good ones. Loose skirt is top tier comfy. I would bet it is. Never tried it, but don't really love the lighting on this ones. Trying to look for one that's lit from the top. This one's a bit out of focus. Let's see the ones we have. Ooh, googly eye jump scare. Let's put it here for the moment. Then we'll put it on top of the hazelnut. Let's see. This one's slightly out of focus actually. Which is not ideal. But there's this one. It is ever so slightly cut off, but it could work. A disembodied googly. An agent of Googliel. Yeah, this one could definitely work. Just needs a left side. So either from the same nut or from a similar one, like this one. Let's see, now we can maybe combine these two and get something good. Or not, we'll see. You never know. A supercut of this stream every time you say nut. That is why you commissioned this, isn't it? That was the whole goal all along. Your devious plan. You succeeded. Okay, now this right side of the bottom here. I'll just copy this. And it'll probably work well. There we go. Acorn head? No, no, hazelnut. As the name of the stream says. Okay, let's cut up the edges a little bit. There's a little bit at the edge that bothers me. Let's see, I'm gonna make this a bit rounder. The fall/autumn man collection. I love that. Yeah, this is just something to get us into the autumn season. He bleeds Nutella. As every Hazelnut Man does, obviously. Don't eat the man. Come on. Okay, now it's time for the googly. Hey, Will. Am I supposed to not eat the man? I mean, most of all because Nutella is not very healthy. That's probably if he actually bleeds Nutella, that's probably a very, very unhealthy amount. Like the amount of palm oil in that must be staggering. Tempted to pay for another googly eye, but I think it looks better with one. True. I like the single googly eye vibe. Okay, so the lighting here is just kinda not very specific. So we need to give it a much stronger lighting. Or we don't need to, but that would be good. You can have one Hazelnut Man a year. This is the serving size. Fair enough, in moderation. Bled like cattle. A sip every day. He's in a suit because he wants to sell us something. Maybe. Gerb's house or Gerb's house? I have no idea. Welcome. Okay, hot take. I think the hands, which is the only like visible skin we have, should have the same color as the hazelnuts. Maybe even texture. Can't wait to see the finished product. Well, it's coming along. Okay, now I'm thinking we should change the proportions in some way to make it look creepier, more eerie. So let me do something real quick. I'm gonna group this up, then apply all that on top. I'm gonna take the arm, I'm gonna copy it to a new layer. And do the same with the other arm. The background used to be a prison before editing. There used to be a ground here, but we edited it into a strange liminal space. Yeah, an abandoned prison hallway, to be more specific. Okay, so we have separated the arms into new layers. Oh, what did I do? Nope. A mod for Prison Architect? Oh, it's been so long since I played Prison Architect. It's a great game. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and stretch it. So we have like strangely long arms. We have to be careful not to fall into, like rubbery limbs. Just something that commonly happens. I mean, they can be rubbery. Maybe we want to go specifically for that vibe, but. The limbs kind of being off, I think really helps. They're oily. Oh, I kind of like this because it feels like the arms are kind of dangling. They're kind of following with no, like, just doing this. What do you guys think? Yeah, there's that kind of a claw situation, which I think we'll just draw them. I'll just draw the claws. I'm wondering if we should make the legs gangly too. We just kind of stretch the boy. Make it feel like it's walking towards us. Yeah, that feels better. Oh, we also have the second guy in a suit. Did we put it in this picture? Yeah. Here's the boy. I kind of like the arms because they feel like they're too like the sleeves are too short or something. Although, I don't know if they'll fit, because they have a different pattern. But maybe we can add just the crumpliness of it. Gotta show those cufflinks. So I can just clip these to each individual arm, since they're pretty much the right size already. Ooh. And we can add this, let me see. Okay, filter, high pass. Desaturate. Blur. Then high pass. And then we add this as overlay. That way we can keep the folds, but essentially just put them over the other arm. Cufflinks should be teeth. Real human teeth. The proportions do a lot of work, yeah. Makes it look like the suit arms are stuck to the arms underneath. Yeah, it's just kind of all a fake suit, isn't it? Hazelnut creature in a human costume. Gonna add a bunch more shadows, of course. Make the light more dramatic. Very important. The shadow below him now needs to change since we move where the legs are. It doesn't have to make sense. It was conjured from a story told to a child to scare him after all. True. It's a dreamlike creature, so... The details being hazy just works better. Do you prefer for the hazelnut to be like completely clean like this? Just a simple hazelnut? Should there be perhaps like a crack in it? And we can see maybe nothing behind it, maybe it's pitch black, but it just implies. Or we could have like eyes or something behind it. Until Val decides to make him bite someone's head off. Regular type of thing I do. And the nut bites back. Ooh, very small eyes are also nice. Small cracks. Gotcha. Thin cracks, yeah. I think I have some... I have some cracks from ceramics. Might work. Stuff like this. So it makes it feel more like a brittle exoskeleton or something. Let's see if I can find a cool looking one. Maybe this one. Oh, this one is cool. Yeah, we could definitely use this. Just to see how this would look like. Let's do multiply. That's nuts, man. It is. Quite literally. Then, since this is a curved surface, the cracks should follow those curves. And then the inside will be pitch black. This making me want to commission you? Do it. I mean, the comms are closed right now, but DM me and we can figure out a spot. Like, I just open like spots publicly every so often to Twitter and stuff, but to you guys, I'm willing to just like open a spot for you if you don't mind the weight that'll come with it, because maybe I'll only be able to get to it after I'm done with the rest of the commissions and some other stuff. But we can at least chat about it. Love to see your interpretation of the Selkir Baba Yaga. Ooh, Baba Yaga would be so fun to do. Yeah, you can check the prices in the... Hold on, I think I got a comms? Yeah, there it is. You can check them there. It is not busted. Oh my god. I guess I am busting a nut right now. I hate that. That's so cursed. You guys better not clip that. Hex, thank you for the follow. God damn it, you clipped it. I mean, it was bound to happen. Where do we actually see the clips? I think they should be under the clips. Under videos and then clips. I don't know if they show up immediately or only after the stream. I should check. Okay, see, what do you think about the cracked nut look? Should we go for it? Or do you prefer the clean look? Start hunting for a good background image. You don't need to send the background image, by the way. That's only optional. Like, we can just choose a background image as we go, like we did today. Oh yeah, let's go for it then. See. I'll just change the lighting slightly around the cracks to make them feel like they're, you know, like slightly shifted. We're doing some, you know, the top part of the crack is doing some shadows on the bottom one, that kind of thing. He has an amazing little story involving a juggler in a circus. Cool, I like that. I guess I don't know that much about Baba Yaga except for the house with legs, which is very iconic. Oh, also, you guys asked me the other day, I mentioned I was gonna see Nope, and you guys asked me for my opinions when I came back. I'm not gonna go into spoilers, obviously, but I really recommend it. It's like the type of movie that was made for me, no joke. It's literally, if you enjoy the type of stuff I make, you will love Nope. The juggler wasn't happy with how well he could juggle and found himself wishing for new hands so he could be good at something. Baba Yaga approached him in her kettle and offered him to choose new hands from a box with different options in it. And the juggler tried new hands for different professions, putting them on like gloves. This reminds me of a Futurama episode, actually. It might be based on that. With a robot devil. Yeah, it took me a while to see that movie because it just came out on the 19th in Spain. And even then I could only manage to see the dubbed version, which sucks. I hate dubs. But yeah, it was still very good. And whenever I can get a digital version in English, I will certainly rewatch it, because it definitely warrants a rewatch. There are so many like little details. Tried the hands of a surgeon, a lover, and a carpenter, but none of them actually made him feel happier when he tried them on. He thanked Baba Yaga for her kindness to offer him new hands. He said he was going to keep his own hands, try to get better at juggling. And Baba Yaga thanked him for his politeness and left him to keep practicing. Oh, that's actually cute. I was expecting some like twist at the end or something. That's wholesome. Baba Yaga is fairly kind and patient. She's also a witch with a short temper. That's cool. It would be fun to represent. As you guys know, I love doing folklore from different regions. It's like a real babushka. Call this one Man. Also the Googly. Googly should come back. Patching up the cracks. Going for a stronger contrast, because this base picture has a lot of it. I want to hear your thoughts on the creature in Nope. I don't want to go into spoilers too much, because I think the creature is a lot of the fun, like part of the fun there. But if you have any like questions or you like to know my thoughts on anything, ask me on the server, on the movie channel in the server. I already posted some like spoiler thoughts on there yesterday after I watched it. And yeah, as you can probably imagine, I really liked it. It was one of my favorite parts of that movie. Yeah, I want to go for a deliberately like weird scale here, for sure. This was our sketch, by the way. The second Hazelnut Man's little brother. Just hiding behind, like, are they gone yet? Yeah, if you have any spoilered thoughts about Nope, since it's still in cinemas and I still really want people to watch it, put them in the Discord, in the damn theater chat with that spoiler thing. Adding a bit more light and shadow, especially to this left side, because the light is kind of coming from here. So this is basically the part of Photoshop where it kind of turns into painting. All about getting the correct lighting and stuff. But yeah, point is, watch Nope. It's very good, especially if you liked the previous Jordan Peele movies. You'll like this one too. Like, it's a very safe bet. I think personally it might be my favorite from him, but I've watched the others a few times, so I do want to like do a rewatch and decide. But yeah, it's definitely between that one and Get Out, and I can't wait for whatever else he has in store, because each one of these movies seems like better than the last. I think Trevor mentioned it's like being there while John Carpenter was like pumping out hit after hit, like amazing movies. So yeah, it's definitely exciting. It's got a good sense of humor mixed in. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can tell he started out as a comedian, and like it still shines through for sure. Comedians are great at horror. I heard, I don't recall who it was that said it, but someone that said that comedy and horror are like two sides of the same coin. Like the dynamics of making someone laugh and scaring someone are very similar. I don't know how much of that is true because I've never tried doing comedy. I don't think I'm a very funny person, but yeah, at least on the horror side of it, there's definitely a dynamic that feels a little bit like telling a joke and a punchline, you know? Okay, how long have we been live? 2 hours. Okay, I'm gonna go fill up my tea here because it's empty and I want more. I'll leave you guys with this. And we'll be back in about 3 minutes or so. Just time to fill up my tea. Maybe get some water. No, that's fine. Yeah, fill up my tea, go to the bathroom. So yeah, we will be back real soon, y'all. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. Did you miss me? All right, let's see. Where were we? Yeah, Hazelnut Man. There he goes. So, we need to do a stronger shadow. So right now we just kind of have a blob there. You were in prison. I know that waiting for me is like torture. I'm sorry. I am back now. You do not need to fear. Ignore me, please. Okay, this shoe definitely needs to be a bit darker. This one too. What's up, gamer? I guess this background of this quote-unquote floor is pretty good because we don't have to be super specific with the shadow. Unless we move things. Maybe the lighting would be more fun if the Hazelnut Man here was covering one of these windows. So that would explain how strongly he is lit here. We made an awkward man more awkward. That is what we're doing indeed. Also, how cool is this mug, by the way? I use it for tea because I can heat up tea in the like water heater, and this doesn't go into in the microwave because it's metal. So it's my tea mug. Also, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. No, I think that might have been a false alarm. I just had a sneezing sensation. And I didn't want to sneeze on the mic, obviously. Squid mug. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Oh, too bright. There we go. Just a whole ass squid there. Very cool. Yeah, I got the sneeze sensation. Very annoying. It'll dissipate. I'll either sneeze or it'll dissipate, whatever happens first. My little fan. Yeah, it's very Spanish. It's possibly the most Spanish thing I have. Like, stereotypically Spanish. But fans are really useful, especially in his kind of stuffy room like this one. So I've taken to use it. It's actually quite nice. I hope it doesn't blow on the mic. I try to keep it, like, keep the air away from the mic because that might just make a horrible sound. Not sure, but it might. Okay, so we can kind of make up the lighting a little bit. We can say instead of the shadows falling directly on there, we could say they're falling backwards a little bit. Oh, missed the googly eye. We can say they go towards the back, so they would be kind of hiding this. A word in Spanish. Here's one. Abanico. Really nice word. But this only works for this type of fan. Doesn't work for an electric one. That would be ventilador. That's two words in one, right there. Hey, Alan. How do you spell that? Let me write it down in chat. Abanico. Okay, so I'm trying to recreate this person's shadow. I'm going towards the back a little bit. Not really doing anything here specifically. Although maybe if we advance it a little. Just a touch. Do something like this. And then here in the back, since we already have the bars from that same like region, but in shadow, we can use that to create a shadow, if that makes sense. So I can essentially just cover this as much as I can. And then we use a layer mask to reveal it, or to essentially, you know, draw the shadow. How long have you worked with Photoshop? Worked with Photoshop for, it's gonna be, I think, 11 years now? Maybe 12 at this point? Yeah, I've basically been doing Photoshop since I was a wee lad. Just for fun at first, then eventually as an art form. And I do have Photoshop courses on my Patreon. More like tutorials, but you've got them starting with the 3rd level. You can access the full backlog of them. And every time I post a new one, you'll see it. You also get cool things like stickers and postcards. Okay, so let's see. We got this leg, this one. We can create like 2 shadows. One here would be the arm. And the other would be the body. Something like this. And then back here, maybe the hazelnut right there. What is this layer? There we go. Some background layer that kind of got blended in. Got an upgrade in depth and shadow. Yeah, we're still working on it, on that sense, but I would like to make the shapes of the windows kind of appear more clearly on him. Because he's going to be crossing over like 2 of these windows. One with the hazelnuts and the other one with this part of the body, essentially. So I'll try and make that clear on the Hazelnut Man itself. Walking out of purgatory. So there we go. That's a pretty okay shadow. It still needs some stuff, but let me do a soft light instead of a normal layer. I'm gonna blur the edges a bit too. Great. Okay, so I want to add, nope, not this. I want to add a soft light. And we want to do each of the parts that are covered. Ooh, this one's kind of wonky there. I guess I had some shadow there and it wasn't really noticeable before. Let me fix that up real quick. Oh, we also need to do the tips of the fingers. Which I think we can just draw. The fingers have kind of like black chitinous, whatever, however you pronounce that, pyramids on the tips as kind of like claws. There we go. Feet are looking better. Use graphics tablets? Graphics tablets. I got a Wacom Intuos medium. Yeah, I would not do like complicated Photoshop editing with a mouse. That would be hellish, I think. So yeah, if you're looking to do Photoshop, it's definitely a good like entry investment. Is buying a tablet. Even the small ones, they're completely fine. You don't need them for like super precision stuff like painting, but they're still like a huge step up from a mouse, even the smaller ones. I've always had to make do with a mouse. Definitely like, it is an investment. So treat it as such. Got one decades ago when they were crappy. You can probably find ones that are better than that for pretty cheap nowadays. Okay, so I'm trying to make the edges of those windows This one's already pretty strongly lit. But we can do, instead of doing that, we can do a shadow below it. To kind of do this separation between the two lit areas. So we have, how does it look? I like the one, like the light on the legs. I feel like that one works quite well. Like there's a clear separation here. The arm here looks good too. Although, yeah, it can't be lit all the way, now that I think about it. Can't light up the whole thing. Because it's kind of cut off there, you know? So we'd only get one chunk. Ooh, also the color layer is kind of seeping through. Whoops. Okay, it's looking a bit better. And now we have to, I think we have to make a stronger edge boundary. For the other window. So something that adapts to the shapes. Something like this. So it kind of gives this sunlight drenched horror, which I really love. It's a vibe I really enjoy. It's like daylight horror. Even though this might not be daylight, we can change the tone of the lights to make it a bit less like sunlight. Got an XP Pen Deco Pro, I don't know that one. Entry level. Good for beginner like me. Yeah, definitely. It is a very good investment, so you'll get some good use out of it, I bet. Okay, now we need to do the claws, which at this point will be kinda silhouette-like, but maybe that's for the better. We just kind of hint at it. Monster in the Sun vibe. Yeah, it's something I really enjoy, and that isn't done as much as it should be. Okay, how sharp do we make these claws? You mentioned they're like little pyramids, right? Kind of coming out of the fingertips. Just kind of do a rough little drawing, and then we'll figure out the lighting and stuff. Maybe put some texture on top or something. Keeping a good creature hidden in the shadows is for cowards. Yeah. True, true. Kind of like an obelisk, yeah. I'm gonna make this a bit longer. We can do something like this. Maybe giving it a little bit of a shine, of a sheen. Make it feel sort of kind of metallic nearly. And a bit of a shadow where it comes out of the finger. So the Discord, your brief note review. Hope you agree with it. I feel like, I don't know, depends on your favorite type of horror. You might like it or not. I've seen people that dislike it. It's fine. I guess it's not for everybody. I knew you'd like it. You know me well then. Yeah, it's definitely like my type of shit, honestly. But yeah, no spoiler talk for the chat, because a lot of people still haven't seen it. And they should. Gonna combine that. Gonna make these a little bit deeper. And maybe to save some time, we'll start with a pre-painted one of sorts over here. Let's start it, yeah, at the last phalanx, more or less. Paint these ones in, maybe some gray. Yeah, just so I see what I'm doing. And do something like this. I'm putting these in separate layers because they're kind of stacked together. Mr. Hazelnut has claws? Yeah, he does. Watch Incantation. I still have to watch that one. But I've heard really, really good things about Incantation. And I love found footage, so I bet I like that one too. But yeah, the claws of Mr. Hazelnut here are meant to be kind of like its real exoskeleton popping out from under the skin. I'm a sucker for this shaky ass camera. Same. I feel like I've seen something that was entirely phone footage. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, oh yeah, there's that one. Like that one, like weird superhero movie that is found footage. That is entirely like footage from different phones and stuff. Don't remember the name of that movie. I recall enjoying like the concept of it, but not as much the execution. Not as much like the story of the movie and stuff. The premise was fun. The idea of like applying found footage to a completely different genre. I feel like you need to shake things up though in found footage. You can't have like a straight up I mean you can have something that's straight up the same recording start to finish. But I feel like it's good to shake things up. Chronicle, yeah, I think that was the one. That name rings a bell. I'm quite found footage, but I love the movie Spree. All through phone videos and Twitch streams. Haven't heard of that one. Took a screenshot of the lonely chair from earlier in the stream and drew a ghostly voice sitting down. Really, let me see. You could have asked for the file, would have sent it. But I do appreciate the dedication. Okay, a screenshot. On Twitter to add you? Okay, sounds good. You can put a link in the chat if you want. I'm trying to fit the claws to the fingers by also changing the lighting of the fingers slightly. Just helping them match a little bit better. Alright, let's see. With the googly, obviously. But before we add the googly, let's test out some lighting things. Hazelnut Planet. The most ambitious crossover in Valdevia history. Okay, let's see. I feel like we need some maybe colder temperature and greener. Just some like off lighting. And I do like the greens. Blue and green, maybe that can be the color vibe we can go for. So we could just straight up go into the color mixer and desaturate a lot of the reds, oranges. Can turn the yellows into greens. Don't want to reduce the oranges too much because then the hazelnut is gray. Can do it a little bit, but not too much. Then I definitely want to go high contrast. And ooh, okay, high contrast, low exposure. Where most of the picture is dark, but the light is very, very bright. Maybe not that extreme, but same idea. It's definitely a cool vibe. Okay, Hammy, have a good night. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Then we can do that blue. To green light. Let me see lasers. Hold on. Oh. I love that. Do not hit Sid, he's sad. That's really cute. Good job. Okay. It is definitely a strong vibe. What do you guys think? Let's remove the googly just to take a good look at it. I like that it kind of blends into the background a little bit, even though it is right next to us and very starkly lit. It still kind of blends in some areas, which I enjoy. Quite intimidating for a legume, that is. True. Yeah, I'm vibing with the high contrasts. I'm thinking of maybe darkening things towards the back. There we go. That way we got a stronger contrast, maybe something right at this edge. There's a strange lighting there. Or just a strange line that I don't love. Now let's try that. And top of that, we can slightly light up some areas. Like the finger claws, at least partly. I love how you can completely transform the mood of an image just with that final camera raw filter. Like, it changes so much. You can transform the vibe quite a lot, which I love. It means that you aren't like locked in to a specific vibe or feel until the very end. You can still like switch around and see what works better. The difference here. I actually kind of like this in the background too. Now that is a little bit conflicting. Let's see. Bring it back a little bit. But still keep like most of it. We got this. Yeah, I like to have the the background have a bit more depth. Okay, and now we need a place for a signature, y'all. Where should we sign this? I think the bars on the floor would make sense, right? There's a lot of like striped things in this image. Sign is nuts. Maybe the cracks in the nuts could work as well. Yeah, let's see. Let me think of a place. We have this, maybe this. There might be a lot of cracks. Like so, but I don't like that these cracks, they just kind of end nowhere, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like the crack should go all the way through, you know, if it goes anywhere. I hate crack physics. I've been flashing the VA gang sign. Hold on, am I doing that right? Yeah, that's the one. In case you guys want to know the VA gang sign. I feel like the ground is a great place though. Like, boom, boom, boom. Or even like using this. Be this. And it's like right there in the middle. Quite obvious really, but not really. Like kind of hard to find and obvious at the same time. Which is a nice way to do the signature. And we could have it be lit up, even if it's by a non-existent light. So editing wise, it would just be adding a new bar that crosses over like this. Hiding it in plain sight. That's the expression I was looking for. Is it a gang sign or a sorority sign? I guess it's a cult sign. If we go about by the cult of the lamb lore that we've accumulated. That one's too strong. Still too strong. Let's try this one. Ooh, that's pretty much perfect. Oh, and I guess the Hazelnut Man is stepping on my signature. What a sign of disrespect. Sorority new alpha. How disrespectful is it that the Hazelnut Man is straight up stepping on my signature? How rude. He cracked his head by bumping it on something on the ceiling like a dork. I love that. And that is canon. Because C4 said it. So... please take that as canon. Important canon information. What if there were fingers of people sticking out there? How cruel. Need to light it up in this corner. Okay. Yeah, nice. The signature is hidden in plain sight. How about that? It's just there. I think it's not too obvious, right? Let me know if it's too strong or too obvious compared to, you know, the rest of the composition. I fell asleep. Okay, Maxwell, sleep well. I really like this idea of, you know, this creepy elongated man walking, like shambling towards you. And it's very creepy. But the face is a hazelnut, so you don't know how to feel about it. It's nice. It collides well. I really like how the lighting came up, honestly. I should do more strong lighting like this one. I feel like when done well, it can really create a scene. thought he was floating. Oh, that's no good then. Oh, it's definitely walking. Does he look like he's floating? Do we need to make stronger shadows under the feet or something? Yeah, see, tell us the inspiration for this character. Was it an actual nightmare you had, or did you just come up with it? Never get hazelnuts from the Hazelnut Man. Yes, let me do some more shadows under the feet. Also, let me take all the signature stuff. And put it under everything instead of over. There we go. I was writing something based on the concept of an object that makes reality thin and easy to manipulate. Kid finds on the ground on the forests, thinks it's a weird toy ball, takes it home. Simplifies everything around it over time, and the kid is subconsciously able to manipulate a reality around him. Ooh. The story is his parents told him to get him. Oh, this... Okay, so the parents tell him a story and it becomes real. Gotcha, gotcha. Just like through the child's subconscious, right? It's not a lot, but hopefully it makes it look less floaty. There we go. If you don't behave, the Hazelnut Man will come and get you. I love that. God, if children could manipulate reality just through their subconscious, there would be all sorts of weird, messed up monsters out there, wouldn't there? Let me try something. I want to tailor this suit so it fits him less. Now the shoulders are just kind of slumped a little bit more. Small touch, but parents try to give him dinner, turns into cookies in his hands. That's dope. Silhouette ever approaches. That's all he's ever done. You've been here with the creature for the last 6 hours, but now you're fed up. You wish to confront the creature that has been tormenting you for hours. You stand still, he approaches, stepping into the light. Find out what you're dealing with. It is the Hazelnut Man. The lighting on the back foot. Oh yeah, fair enough. The point should, the tip of the foot should be in the shadow. It should start kind of here. I think you're right on the money there. Yeah, that was strangely too lit up. Totally right. And the googly eye, the most important part. We'll even give it its own lighting. How about that? Beautiful. And silly. As it should be. Behind the cracks? No, I think it should be stuck on top. Or I mean, if we do add cracks, hold on, I'll do that just for fun. If we do add cracks on top, they should... They should be on their own layer, you know? Beautiful. Now the googly is creepy. Giving the googly eye the work it deserves. But yeah, apart from the googlies, how do you feel about this? Overall, I'm really happy with the scene and the lighting here. Ultra HD. Usually I just put the googly eye PNG on there. Today I'm giving it the royal treatment. Getting that eye reminds me of when I would meticulously try to get that backlighting just right. Yeah, backlighting is something that's really hard to me. Especially with that translucent stuff like this. Because you would get, like, realistically, if this was like a porcelain thing, which it kind of feels like it is right now, the lighting would feel kind of like the hazelnut, right? Like a solid object. But being transparent or semi-transparent, the light would also come through and light the other side as well. So you have to do some like weird backlights. But yeah, I'm never good at doing like the bouncing lights. Which I guess there would be a little bit in this scene, like here, but maybe that is, you know, that is the little bit we're seeing from on the hands, on the shirt and stuff, would kind of qualify as that backlight. So sometimes you're fine without like explicitly doing it, because some of the details of the image already kind of work like that. Very happy you are, C. Yeah, this was a very fun commission. And we're 2 out of 4 out of the commissions I got. I opened 3 slots, but every time I open commissions, I end up getting like 1 or 2 more slots than I actually open. Because there's people who maybe asked about it and they didn't get it yet. But I kind of promised them a spot, and then someone else took a spot, and so I opened a new one. I ended up doing that a lot. But yeah, we got the next 2 commissions we got are for full stories, so they're a bit more complex than just one image, which is the 2 we've done so far. We'll see, because one of them I don't know if I'll stream it. Because it's all about turning a family into, you know, kind of doing the same thing or a similar thing to what I did when I cursed my own family with a ghost. Doing something similar with their family. So I don't know if they'll be comfortable with me streaming that. I'll ask though. We'll see. And the other one is going to be a bit of a sci-fi thing. We'll definitely do one of the images, or at least the main image on stream, and I'll do the rest out of stream. So yeah, we'll see. We maybe have either 1 or 2 streams left out of these set of commissions. That is a good problem to have, yeah. I take it into account. Like if I open 3 slots, I know that I might get 4 or even 5. Because last time I opened, how much was it? Like 5 or 6 slots. Ended up getting like 7 or 8. And this time I was like, okay, let's be a bit more conservative with the slots. Because yeah, that ends up happening a lot. Big boy commissions. Yeah, it's the first, at least in a good while, it's the first like full story commissions that we get, or that we stream at least. So yeah, there's a bit of like writing behind them too. Like it's not only about doing one image about one character, it's about like, you know, figuring out a little story together. So those are always fun. They involve a little bit, they're a bit more involved, but yeah, they're a bit more expensive as well, so. Gajinka? Magenta, I'll just call you Magenta. Thank you so much. gotta ration them out. Yeah, well, definitely, like, I don't think the full commissions are so interesting to stream, because a lot of it is just talking with that person and setting up, like, the story and stuff. So it's not something that's so streamable, but those commissions include like at least one main edited image, so this will be good for a stream. So we'll definitely be streaming those, at least one of them. I'll ask about the other one if they're comfortable with me streaming that. And yeah, it's Friday already, so we'll definitely do a, if I can, sometime this weekend or early next week, we can do a Cult of the Lamb stream, because I really want to like continue that game. It's been very fun so far. This dude is nutty. Getting a lot of all the nuts puns out of the way. Also, let me know if this is making a lot of sound in the mic. Kinda need it right now. It's getting very warm. This has been like such a good thing to bring on stream though. Also, it's fashion as fuck. Cult of the Valdevians, yeah. It's always after a stream, like doing a stream after a few hours, it always gets like stuffy in the room, because the door's closed, so I don't make sound and annoy people. Can you say, I can, these nuts? I said it. Do not clip it. Don't want that to be my legacy. I said worse things this stream. I was adding the cracks to the nuts, and I said, I guess I'm busting a nut. So after that, this is nothing. I was gonna ask if this guy would suck on these. But yeah, I don't know, I might open a couple more slots pretty soon, just to cover some stuff. Oh, did I tell you guys that I had a pipe burst the other day? Right there in the bathroom. One of the pipes just... Yeah, I told it last stream, but just in case you weren't here. Yeah, I had a pipe burst the other day. It was very annoying. Thankfully, all the repairs are covered by the landlord, so I don't have to pay that, but there's been some related expenses that we didn't have to cover, like some secondary stuff. Also, yeah, the floor got ruined in the corridor next to the bathroom, so they'll have to change the flooring, which is very annoying. I'll have to have workers at home for a while and stuff. Big oof, definitely. Yeah, it was annoying for sure. Well, let me just switch to camera, because there we go. That's the nut. We'll have the Nut Man edit me this time. But yeah, that was very annoying, and it's still gonna be annoying for a little while as we get it fixed and we get the floor fixed and stuff. So yeah, definitely gonna be an ongoing little issue. Oh yeah, the character is by C4. This is a commission by C4. Sprang from the imagination of a child after his parents told him scary Hazelnut Man would come and get him if he was naughty. That's what you get if you turn the child's subconscious into reality. What will he crop? Look at him, he's coming towards the computer to edit me. He'll get there eventually. Getting real close any second now. But don't scare your kids, folks. Scare your kids though, like in a nice way, but having like getting exposed to horror as a kid, like horror media, right? I don't think my parents ever tried to scare me that way, like or tried to scare me into going to bed or those kinds of things. But getting exposed to horror media as a kid was very like foundational to the kind of thing I like nowadays. So, and the kind of thing I do, right? I do horror. Do you think you can work a keyboard with those acrylics on? Fun horror and deliberately scaring your kids are very different. Yeah, true. Completely different. There's this classic, I guess, rhyme that you tell your kids in Spain and I think in the whole Spanish-speaking world, which is "Duérmete niño, duérmete ya, que viene el coco y te comerá." It's sleep child, sleep now, or the coco will come and he will eat you. And el coco is this like classic like boogeyman character that strangely enough gave its name to the coconuts. It was Portuguese explorers who first named the coconuts because they, during one of their voyages, they found a coconut and they saw the three circles and it looked like a spooky face, and they said it looked like the childhood monster El Coco, and they called it Coco. And eventually that seeped into many other languages. So it turned into coconut in English, but in Spanish we still call it Coco. So I did a representation of El Coco a little while ago. It's the one I put on Twitter when I put out the announcement tweet, because I was thinking of like, what's something related I've done to like childhood horrors. So when I did this representation of El Coco, I took that very literally, and I made his face into a coconut shape. I use literal coconuts for the texture and stuff, and then I put lighting coming out of it. Buy your kid a glow-in-the-dark ghost face mask for Halloween, and they'll be so scared of it when they go to sleep, they'll have to hide it under their bed. Not that I would know. Discovering Binding of Isaac when I was 9. How old are you, Spacey? When did that game come out? I feel old now. El Coconut. Yeah, I love El Coco. I never like gave them an appearance though. It's one of those things like, it's like in English if they tell you the boogeyman or something, there's no like a canon appearance for the boogeyman. So when I try to represent El Coco, which doesn't really have like a canon look, I just kind of did whatever I was inspired to do. Like I didn't really follow any canon design. Just did my own thing. Kid-friendly horror has lasted through generations. Oh yeah, probably forever. It's probably one of the oldest forms of horror. Scaring your kids to like teach them a lesson about, going to bed early or not wandering off from home, those kinds of things. That type of horror is probably the oldest one. A lot of horror has always been about like teaching a moral or a lesson, a warning, maybe. 19? Is Binding of Isaac 10 years old? My god. I feel old. Kids with Five Nights at Freddy's plushies. Never played Five Nights at Freddy's. It was during, like, it came out during when I was a teenager. I was like the perfect demographic, but it never really interested me. I don't think the design, I didn't really like the designs of the monsters, the animatronics. Didn't really find them scary, I guess. Although I guess I never did try playing the games. But just from a design perspective, they never really interested me. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Stream it one of these days? Maybe I should stream my first ever playthrough of Five Nights at Freddy's. The Goosebumps of Gen Z. Goosebumps is one of those things I have never been exposed to. It's very American, or at least English-speaking worlds. I don't know if it's in other English-speaking places, but yeah. I don't think it might have been translated to Spanish, but it was never like widely read or seen. I think there was also a show. It wasn't popular in Spain, as far as I know. Same, it wasn't a thing in New Zealand then? My American is showing. That's fine. I think most of y'all are American at this hour. You're definitely not European because it's 5 AM in Europe. Oh well, here's Spacey. Prove me wrong. Night Owl Gang. Let's go. Oh, you grew up on it. Okay. So it was in New Zealand. Yeah, maybe an English-speaking world thing. Because I was never really exposed to Goosebumps until the internet. Like all I know about it, like so many other American things, is through I guess cultural osmosis. You just see things, see people talk about it. Goblin person. We are goblin people who live at night. But hey, night is great. Nobody bothers you. You saw Goosebumps on TV in Spain? Damn, you just proved me wrong. Then I guess I was never personally exposed to it. It was called Pesadillas? Really? What channel was it on? Huh. Now I have egg in my face. Yeah, I guess I was just personally not exposed to it then. I didn't know it ran on TV in Spain. I guess it would, but I never came across it, I guess. So many different time zones represented here. I love Twitch, yeah. You can just chat with people from all over. Collection of people of varying goblin status. Don't remember the channel, too long ago, fair enough. Yeah, maybe it is time to revisit Goosebumps. At some point. No, not revisit, like visit it. So corny. Yeah, it does feel corny, but it's like children's horror, you know? But I like that type of stuff. Like, if I ever move a bit more into writing, which I would like to do at some point, I would like to, you know, do a bit more like writing focused things in the future. I would like to like dip my toes into making something more like kid friendly. That'll be fun. It's one of my ideas. I definitely have a few more like novel ideas before something for kids, but I think it's fun. I like, you know, I would like to be the person like that when I was a kid and I saw horror media or was exposed to this like more child-friendly horror and it kind of shaped my interests. I would like to be that for some other kid. I think that's like very nice. So that's why I thought about it. I don't know if I would be very good at writing child-friendly horror though. I feel like my stuff might be too weird for children, but I don't know. I know a lot of young people like my stuff, but it's more like teenager or like, I don't know. I feel like in terms of demographics, if you look at people that follow me and people that follow Trevor Henderson, Trevor's audience skews a lot younger, I would say. But it's like the type of horror we do. Kids love weird shit. Yeah, true. But my stuff is like really like not weird in the, you know, just odd sense, which it is too. It is weird in the sense that it incorporates like history and like weird scientific stuff and medical stuff. It's like a lot. I don't know if that's very child friendly. What 8-year-old wouldn't love a meat planet? Yeah, the concept I think would be fun. I don't know. I feel like more. It would be more apt for a teenager. I don't know if a kid would really understand a lot of the more scientific stuff and Earth themes and stuff. I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm underestimating kids. Having to explain what a fractal is to my 6-year-old son. Exactly. That's what I mean, right? Like, you need some preconception or some previous idea of what a fractal is to understand what the fractal series is. Goosebumps was broadcast by Antena 3. Oh, so even a free channel. I wonder why I never came across it then. Because I used to watch that channel. They had some good like kid stuff. Nerd horror needs PG to understand. Oki! Oki, how is your stream? Oh my god, Oki's back, y'all. ¿Qué tal? Welcome, folks. Okay, let me show you. We're chatting, but let me show you what we were doing before. This is a Hazelnut Man. Hey, Oki. We back. How's the how do you say it? Redebut? Stream. How's the stream? Thank you, Wolfie. I'm doing this commission for C4 in chat, who created this character called the Hazelnut Man, and it's a character created by the imagination of a kid, a story that their parents told them to scare them, basically became real through the kid's subconscious. So they told them about this creepy Hazelnut Man, and then it became a thing. And it lives in this weird, like, dreamlike liminal space. So that's what we represented. And we wanted to do something cool with lighting, so that's what I did here. I'll kind of peel back the layers so you guys can see how this was made. Instant follow. Thank you guys for the follows. Smock Teeth, Babbling Babs. Welcome, folks. You're the dude from Louse's crossover video. That is me. I'm the dude. I love that I'm recognized from that. They're very specific, but I love it. Can't stay because I need to sleep. Sleep well, Wolfie. I love it. I'm the Louse dude. Okay, let me peel back the layers. So, first off, I guess the background was originally an abandoned prison, which I guess I'll do a copy of this and I'll show ya. The background was this. Yeah, I made the new panels for Oki and the cryptic little clues that Oki was dropping before the comeback stream, like the newspaper and the broadcast and stuff. Very fun working with Oki on that. Sean, I'm late because I was celebrating a sea otter's birthday. That is a really good reason to be late, but welcome, Sean. Okay, so I took this picture of this abandoned prison. I turned it around to make it into a strange space, and that made it infinite. So, this is something I did a while ago, by the way. I just kind of never got around to using it. I just made the corridor infinitely long and then put what was the ceiling on the other side too. So it's kind of symmetrical. And then I did a sketch. I'm very good at sketching, as you can see. And then is a shadow, just kind of bringing the layer, peeling the layers back a little bit. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the original for this guy was this. This was our original picture. I just chose an image of some guy standing kind of awkwardly. And then I cut it out, and I made the arms longer, and I changed the feet. I made it, the pose kind of slumped to make it feel even like more noodly and awkward and long. Then here are some shadows, and then the hazelnut head, which I then filled with cracks. Even more shadows. Even more shadows. There I did the window shadows. And then, boom. And then we did a googly eye, because that's kind of our signature here. Okay, Blazes, you have a good night. Googly eye, very important. It's our signature here. Yes, the googly eye for the new folks is one of the rewards, one of the point rewards you guys can get for 2,000 points or something. Is it? Yeah, 2,500 points, and it makes me put a googly eye on whatever I'm working on. Which I kind of went overboard and added cracks to it and did some shadows. Oh, and my signature is always hidden somewhere in the picture. My signature is... let me just draw it. This symbol, it's a V and an A kind of crossed out like this. So I always hide it somewhere, kind of in plain sight. So in this case, it is here. Oh, I don't know how to do straight lines. There we go. There it is. Here's a funny thing. I'm pretty good at Photoshop. I think I'm decent at Photoshop at least. But I have no idea how to draw, considering this was my sketch. Canonically though, this is the Hazelnut Man's little brother. And he's just kind of shy, so he's there in the back. Oh, thank you for the save reminder. Let me save it as a JPEG without the hazelnuts, because that's not going to be in the final thing. I know how to draw, but Photoshop is my nemesis. Well, it is a skill like anything else, and you can get better at it. One of the best Photoshop artists I know? Who's the best? Who's the best? I must beat him. I must destroy them in single combat. So yeah, that's what we were doing today. And also I've been chatting a lot and being very distracted because I just came, like, I started the stream right after coming back from dinner, and we went to a Mexican restaurant and had a lot of margaritas. It was delicious, but I was started at the stream fairly drunk. No, it's fine. Like, I was not that drunk, but chatty drunk. Challenge them to Mortal Kombat. Exactly. That's what artists do, if you guys didn't know. If you want to be the best artist, you gotta beat the previous best artists in a combat to the death. That's artist lore right there. And Oki, you are next. Fun tipsy. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I were like actually drunk, I would not have done a stream. I would not have been able to make this fella right here. If you can defeat Valdevia, you can define what artist. Damn, that's like some final boss shit. Also, look at this. Isn't this fan cool? It's stylish for sure, but we're like the peak of hot summer days in here, so I need something to cool down a little. That's what I get for living in an island close to the equator. It's pretty warm all year. Drunk Photoshop stream? I have done that several times. I've done the no Ctrl Z streams, which are always fun, where every time I press Ctrl Z, a beep goes off in the computer, so everyone knows, and I have to take a sip from usually some beer. I think I've done it with wine too one time. But yeah, those are fun. I usually do them as like subscriber rewards and stuff. So we should definitely do that at some point. But yeah, I tend to get like fairly drunk at the end of those. I've never gotten wasted because I would stop before. I don't think it's very fun if I get really drunk at one of those streams. I would stop if I ever got to that point, but it gets to the point where I'm funny drunk. I don't drink a lot either, so anything I drink hits me fairly hard. Tupito, like a shot every time? God, I would die. I would die. Especially the hard thing with the Ctrl Z streams is the longer I go and the more I drink, the more my muscle memory takes over. I stop being aware that I have to stop pressing Ctrl Z, and my muscle memory takes over, and then I mess up a little line, I could do Ctrl Z, and I don't realize. So the drunker it's kind of a positive feedback loop that the drunker I get, the easier it is that I mess up and do Ctrl Z again. So it is a bit of a feedback loop. A vicious cycle, definitely. But yeah, we should do that at some point. I have a bunch of little stream ideas that we'll start doing whenever we're done with these commissions, because I don't want to do like a drunk stream with one of your commissions, you know. I don't want to. It might be fun, but I don't think it's what people would pay me to do, unless you explicitly want that. If you commission me and you pay me a tip saying, okay, I pay you like 20 bucks more or something like that, and you do this as a challenge stream, I would do that. I would accept. Channel Zero fan? Oh yeah, for sure. A drunk time for my fungi creature? Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple things I gotta do after commissions, or at some point. I got a little edit that I owe Sora, and another edit that I owe a patron for a little riddle they solved. if you don't haven't seen my Patreon, I do like a little ARG thing for the people who participate, and every month I send a postcard, and they have little like puzzles and riddles and stuff in the back, kind of ARG style, that lead you to places. So yeah, I gotta do a little like story for one of the people who solved one of the riddles. Stream where you can't say a word with the letter E. That would kill me. My name is literally Eduardo. Or Valdevia, both have an E. Someone solved one of the riddles. Yeah, there's always someone that solves them. They get more complicated though. Like the first one people will usually solve in a row, but after a few, you know, they kind of chain, and you need to solve the previous one to solve the next one. So it gets a bit harder after a while. But there's still some people that get there. Talking with the fan is a vibe. Yeah. It's just warm in here, and the fan is nice. Stream or what? Are you asking me something? No, but I got okay. Stream ideas. I got them right behind my screen here. I got one where I redo some like shitty stock pictures. That would be fun. One where I invert the whole colors, or like I just, you know, put a invert layer on top of everything. And I can't remove it. So this would look like that. Hopefully we'd do something that's less that's less dark, because then everything would be super bright and would burn my redness. But trying to do it so that when you invert it back it looks good. Or even do something that looks good while inverted. Who knows? Would a googly eye stay on your fan? Maybe the time, because this fan is actually my partner's, and I gave it to her. So I'm kind of stealing it from her for the streams. But at some point I'll probably get a fan for myself, because these are useful. And that would be a good place for a googly. I blinded you. But yeah, a stream where I do stuff while the screen is inverted. One where everything is flipped. So not like, you know, the screen being flipped like this, and then I have to unflip it or anything. A stream where like my controls are flipped, so when I move my mouse to the right it moves to the left. That would be hell probably, but could be done. So yeah, and we could repeat any of the previous ones, like no Control Z, one layer. I'm definitely open to redoing those, because those were fun. But yeah, I'm definitely looking towards like doing more gaming streams too. We've been playing Cult of the Lamb. If you missed it, we've played it on Friday and on Monday. You got the recordings on the videos tab on the channel. But yeah, it's been very fun. Cult of the Lamb has that, you know, that cool thing where I can turn you guys into the cultists and then sacrifice you or put you in jail. So that's always fun. We will play more of that at some point. Maybe this weekend we could do a little extra stream. Going to be lurking? Yeah, okay, sounds good. Have a great lurk and a good night. You want to watch that VOD? Yeah, okay, you should definitely play it. Definitely play it. It's gonna be your vibe, and it's perfect for a stream because it has that Twitch integration where it allows you to, you know, get your own chat as cultists. It's really cool. Definitely recommend it. Please don't sacrifice me. We'll see. But yeah, that's been very fun. And then I definitely want to play Hollow Knight at some point too. Made the mistake of letting chat vote on the commandments. Oh, you're playing it. Lurking away. Okay, Loki. Okay. Have a good lurk. Yeah, I'll definitely catch the VOD for that last stream. And see what you were up to. Oh yeah, and another thing, still not confirmed, but probably next Thursday, I'm gonna be on Jenna's stream, and we're gonna play some. We're gonna play some FNV games, where one person plays the game, and the other person is kind of a guide, a cryptic guide / advisor that knows knows how to progress through the game, but can only explain it to the other through cryptic clues. So I'll be the guide, and Jenna will be playing FNV. It's those types of games, kind of like interactive movie games that came out. I think it's like late 90s, and they all look very, very wonky. And they're kind of point and click, but always like very awkward, and the solutions are always like super weird. You know, like point and click games usually do. Or you just have to click around with every item you own, and the gameplay loop is not that fun, but the games are often like weird and then have that combination of like real actors and awkward 3D stuff. So yeah, that whenever it happens, that will probably happen. That will most likely, like, don't mark the date yet, because we'll have to see, but most likely next Thursday. Yeah, FMV. So yeah, like weird games with actors. They definitely had their time. But they have a charm to them, I think. But yeah, I think we'll leave it at that for today, though. Let's see. Let me see if I can redirect the raid somewhere else. Keep the train going. I don't see anyone streaming. That's fine. But yeah, we shall leave it at that for today. I hope you enjoyed the Hazelnut Man, and Sean, sorry you came late. You were celebrating an otter's birthday, which is a a completely good excuse. But y'all, I hope you have a great time zone wherever you are. I'll be hopefully cooling down because it's getting really warm in here. Y'all, I'll see you very soon. Have a good one.